Thank you all. So we have two dogs. And when we got our first one, I had a trainer come in. I worked with this trainer once a week for a few weeks. Really nice guy. And one of the coolest lessons that he shared with me is like training isn't an isolated activity. It's like consider everything that you're doing with your dog to be training. Like even when it's not actually like come here, here's a treat, and I'm actually teaching this command, like everything you're doing is training. And that thought's been up for me lately. I've been thinking about that. And it's no different. And I often talk about our minds being like an untrained puppy. Like we have to we want to be in command. If you're walking an untrained puppy, it's going to be sniffing all the place, going here, and like you can see the people walking their dogs down the street, and the dog is leading the walk. And then there's other people walking down the street like, no, I'm in command. I'm running this, and like the dog just kind of falls into line. Dogs are pack animals. They're looking for the alpha. And so if you take control, say this is what I'm doing, the dog will follow along. And so what he was saying is that you can do that in training. Okay, teach the command, you get a treat, and there's a lot of processes for that. But there's specifically, every interaction with your dog, you're training your dog. Every interaction, you're teaching it right and wrong. You're teaching it what the rules are. All right. If you just do training for 5 minutes a day, and the rest of the time you're like just whatever, then for the 23 hours and 55 minutes, the dog thinks this is the way life is. And we have this little period where I'm actually working on something. I'm actually expected to do something. It's no different with ourselves, right? If we, I often talk about taking meditation. One of the big things I do about these talks is like, how do you take some of these ideas of meditation and bring them out to the day-to-day life? Because if we sit and we meditate and then we walk out in our life and then we just go right back to Stressville and we just are camped out there, then it's kind of like that 5-minute puppy training, right? It's good and it's helpful to sit here and practice for these 25 minutes, however long we sit. But if we're not taking this outside of here, then what's the point? Right? Our life is our practice, right? Our practice is our life. I had my baseball coach in high school. He said, practice doesn't make perfect. And I heard that, like, what? It's like practice makes permanent. However you practice something, that's how you're going to do it, right? If you are practicing, you say in terms of baseball, if you practice throwing a ball this way, that's the muscle memory that's going to build. If you do that 1,000 times, it's going to be really hard to break that and come up with something new. It's no different than in social interactions or how we talk to ourselves. If we are in a place of like, my practice is to talk negatively to myself, or to put down others, or to run when, I don't want to look at this emotion. I'm not going to look at this, and so I'm not going to deal. Put my head in the sand and just wait for it all to blow over. That's our practice. That's our life. And so one of the things that my wife likes to say is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If we don't actually make a change here, then we're just going to continue to do what we've been practicing all these years, and it's just going to become our permanent. Not necessarily that we get better at it, we just more solidify what we're already doing. Where we can take this practice and say, like, how do I do something new? How do I take a different turn? So last year I did some floor work on a house. I took out some tiles and installed some slate tiles. And I measured it out. I knew what I had to do, and I watched all these these YouTube videos, and I read all these things online about how to do it. And then, like, I was still nervous. I had the hammer in my hand. I'm going to bust up these nice tiles these porcelain tiles over there. I'm like, and I sat there, but that's what I said in my head. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Like, I'm scared to do this. If I totally mess it up, like, all right, well, then we'll figure something else out. But I actually had to just say, like, I had to take the hammer and take that first swing and bust up that tile and go from there. It's no different, with self-talk. It's very easy to deny what, internal problems, or like just to not be nice to ourselves. It's a very, very, very common thing. And it's not that if I keep doing this, something's going to be different. I'm going to wait for something outside me to change, then I'll feel better. Okay, once once I remember saying this when I was in grad school, once I graduate, then I'll have time to meditate, then every day. And my teacher looked at me like, really? Wait, why does it have to wait till then? Like once the school year's over, then I'll be able to do this. Once the week is over, then I'll be able to do that. Like, no, this is my life right now. There's no reason why I can't do that now. It's just making a change. It's just choosing, saying, nothing's going to change if nothing changes. My practice is my life. So if I want to work out, if I want to practice yoga, if I want to learn to play the piano, whatever it is, like I can't just do any small things. I have to like say I'm dedicated to this and I'm making a change. Right? I want to learn to be ambidextrous. I want to improve my sense of taste. Whatever it is, it's like we can't just wait for these things magically to happen. We have to take it upon ourselves to do it. So when we sit here and meditate and we are training ourselves to be more present, to be still, to let go of immediate reaction, to be more fluid when stimulus shows up or disruptions or distractions show up. But we need to take this outside of here. And we need to make this to have a lasting effect and make this our life, because this is a practice, and keeping this out of here is what's going to really kind of hit it home and like let you make a different change, change your direction in life and go somewhere else. So I invite you to consider that, with whether it's for meditation or whether it's for learning a new skill or whether it's for self-talk or whether it's for work ethic, whether it's whatever it is, how you handle emotions. I'm going to invite you just to say, like, nothing's going to change unless nothing changes. Right? Nothing's going to change unless you do. Right? It's the Gandhi, be the change in the world, or Michael Jackson, change the man in the mirror. Right? That is it. So our practice is our life. So I'll invite you to consider that for yourself, where that you find that applicable.